Astrology. Astrology is something that helped me in my life a lot, you guys. And I know it sounds kind of weird. A lot of people, including myself, I still ask questions. How the fuck that our so-called ancestors was able to look into nature, look into the universe, look into these so-called planets and tell how a child would be, how a child would express its energy, how a child would think. This is amazing science, and I know that it has kind of been washed into a certain way. Now, not only when you do get to look into astrology, you will know that it is, it's in our own language, so it's Western. But when we look at, we can look at that and see that. And we'll see, like, well, damn, what was it before this? What was it before that, Because right now we got to look on the internet to be able to get certain information, readings, and things like that. And we're only going off of what we've been taught each planet's energy is. And that's fine. You know what? Because it still helped me in my life. I'm still open. A lot of you guys don't know about astrology because we've been taught zodiacs. And it's like, if I'm looking at the zodiacs, I would be a Leo. And as a child, when I read shit like that and they tell me what I'm going to be doing this day and that day, I'm like, y'all could miss me. That's some dumb shit. I don't want to engage in that. Because if I went off my sun sign, they would tell me I'm so extravagant. I like material things and stuff like that. And it's not that. I don't. I've always been like that. I'm not a materialistic person. But as I understand astrology a little bit more, it's saying that, you can look at that as creative. You can look at that as wanting the finer things in life, not meaning material. I can have the finer things in life and be in the jungle. So, with astrology, it's not your zodiac. It's more than your zodiac. Your zodiac is only a tiny piece that shines bright. It does shine bright. But it's a tiny piece of your astrology chart because your astrology chart gets deep. All right? Astrology helped me a lot in my life. It helped me understand like how I think. That sounds crazy, don't it? It helped me understand how I process the world, how I perceive things, why I went through things. It's like an affirmation. It's like, wow, your childhood was like this because of that, and this, and that. I'm like, that's true. Now that I know that was supposed to happen. See, astrology is something that kind of makes you feel like all was written. Like everything is already written out. We're here experiencing it. And I feel that. Always open. I'm always open to more information, right? To higher information. Anything that's going to raise my conscious level. Astrology is something that helped me a lot. When I think about the zodiac, I'm a Leo. But I'm two zodiac. I'm a two sun signs. Your zodiac is called your sun sign in astrology. I'm two of those. We have a sign and we have a house. When we go into the houses, I'm a Leo in the 11th house. 11th house is equivalent to Aquarius energy. Okay? Don't get caught up on, this planet and that planet. Look at the planet for the energy that it expresses. The sun shines bright. The sun shines light onto the whole entire world. Your sun sign shines light on your whole chart. Your personality shines through your sun. So I would be a Leo Aquarius. And I promise you, when you look into astrology and you study the houses, I relate a lot to the houses. I relate a lot to that Aquarius energy. More than the Leo. But I'm sure people can see Leo in me. I'm sure you can see a little bit of Leo in me. I feel the Leo now more than I did when I was younger. But I feel the Aquarius so much more. So that's just the sun sign. We'll go deeper into understanding your moon sign. See, when you look at the moon, it's more about cultivating emotion, cultivating things in order to express it out into the world. It's like when we look at the moon, it's a certain type of vibration. It's a certain type of energy that you get from the moon versus the sun, right? So what people did, our so-called ancestors, they looked at the sun, they looked at the moon, they looked at the stars, they supposedly looked at planets. I'm not sure if the planets was stars and all, I don't know. But they're able to say, wow, look at Mars. Mars is super fast. Mars is about that action, And in astrology, your Mars placement is how you take action. Look at Venus. Ooh, Venus is so lovable. Venus is expressing love. Your Venus sign is how you show love or how you want to receive love. I think it differs from female to male. Your Mercury sign is how you communicate. I bet you want to say, well, what the fuck is your Mercury sign, bitch? Because I can't do the shit like you. Let me not call myself a bitch. What is your sign, queen? Because you're talking. Like, that is not only because that is you can look in astrology and see that. I'm a Virgo in 11th house. Some people say it's 12th house. But I am able to communicate. Virgo and Mercury is a good placement for communication. And it's not only about how you communicate with other people, but how you express yourself, how you express your words. When we look into Jupiter is like, how are you about to expand, baby? Expansion. How do you shine onto the world? How do you teach the world? The lessons that you came to learn, which we all have, are you expressing that into the world? How are you helping other people with the things that you have learned with yourself, your experiences? See, we go through things in life and then we'll be like, well, that was my experience, or that was a bad experience and I'm so hurt over this experience, and I understand it. But truthfully, you're here to overcome that experience. You're here to help other people overcome that same exact experience by you expressing your story. Now, if you have a certain placement, it might be harder for you to do that. You might not do it with words like I am. You might do it in writing. Astrology is going to help you become more aware of yourself. You're going to say like, damn, I already knew that when you read it. But you're become more aware because you have an outside source telling you about you. The fuck? Man, I was so spooked. I'm like, who created us? Someone created us. No, I'm not talking about an energy in the sky. I'm saying, who the fuck programmed us? Like, that's how I was. But now I'm like, okay, I believe it's the energy. I believe it's God, I believe it's the all that has an effect on. I believe that we are that. We are that. And we're just here expressing that through these avatars. For whatever the fuck reason, we're here to experience it. But not only that, to help this world expand, evolve. Like we've been doing. So, all I want to do is be the light worker that I am, right? But when you look at my chart, I have a lot of Aquarius energy. That is light worker energy. Especially in this time and age. They like to say this is the age of Aquarius. Aquarius is about information. It's about gaining knowledge. It's about helping others. Humanitarian work. And I have a lot of it. So I'm here. You'll see that. You'll see that in me when you watch me. It's amazing. Really, it really is. But I do want to tell you that when you look into astrology, what you're going to end up doing is looking at other people's perspective of these energies coming together. My perspective of the sun and the moon in Venus, or my perspective on sun in Libra, or in whatever, sun in Leo in 11th house, or whatever the hell your chart is, it might be different from the next person. That's why you have to read and understand where other people are coming from, and then you'll probably be able to put it together your own self. To say, you know what, all these is cool, but I think I'm going to write me a sun in Leo in 11th house, and I'm going to write a paragraph about that so somebody else could see my perspective on it, because we're all here with different perspectives. That's why we have different charts. We're here to bring different energy to the world. If we all had the same energy, what the fuck? I mean, in a sense, we're all sharing this same type of shit because we're all here to express that. But you're expressing things on a different level than me. But it's all the same expression, right? It's on a different level. Different planets, different energies coming together. So look into it. But also realize you got to look back into yourself. All this information that's outside of you is already inside of you. You have to make sure you're in tune with that. If you're not, you can easily read this book, a science book, a religion, and be like, oh, this is the truth. This is what it is. Whatever this person said, whatever this book said, whatever this paragraph said, whatever this Google search said. No, look within yourself and the information exists there.